Hi everyone. In the previous chapter, we stopped here. We read all the like records and we also read the list of all the codes. Now, one optimization we can do is we are creating this object two times. Instead, we can take into a variable and use it again. So, code reader service equals new code reader service, and here we can provide like reader service dot get all codes, and here also reader service get all like records. Okay, fine. Now here in this list we have the list of all like records, and here we have the list of all the codes with their IDs and info. Now what we have to do is to create a list of codes, and that will contain only the like list. Here we have only the IDs of the like codes. Here we need the list of all codes. So like codes. So liked code object list. So in order to make things clear, I need to make sure that this is liked code ID list. So this is ID list and this is the original liked code list equals new array list. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to iterate through this list, so like list for each one. So now what I have to do is I have the ID of the list and I have to find the original code object from the ID, and that I'm doing like this. So private code find by ID, and what we have to do is here we will receive the ID of the code. So let me name it like this, int ID. This is almost equivalent because if I pass this integer object as int, it will be automatically typecasted into this native default int variable. Okay, now what I have to do is the original code list. This code list contains the list of all codes available for the program, and I am looping through that. And if the code ID is equal to the ID that I am passing, then simply return the object. So return this current code. So what this is doing is if I give it 5, it will return the code with ID 5. So if I give 5, it will return this object, this entire object with ID 5, where the code hope lies in dreams and the author Jonas Salk. Alright, now let me just return a null object. So if it requests for something that doesn't exist in the list, then it will return null. Now I have to add that return code into a liked code list. So liked code list dot add, and we are adding the resolved code from the ID. So integer. Okay, now let me do some renaming here. So I can make this like ID. So for each ID, find the code object and add it into a liked code list. Okay, now we have to work on this list view to show the data, right? So let us start working on it. So inflate list view. I am writing another function and that will provide liked code list. Okay, so no, liked code list, code. Okay, now in order to show data on an array list, you have to provide an adapter. An adapter is something like a class that provides data into a list view. So I'm going to create an array adapter. So array adapter, and here I'm going to give code adapter equals new array adapter, and just use this syntax. This is going to seem a little bit weird, but you will get used to it, and once you understand it more. So you have to, this array adapter is provided by the Android SDK. So if you look at this, you can see that it is provided from the android.widget.array adapter, and first one, it will take a context, and the second one is the layout. So android.r.layout symbol list item 1. Okay, and then you have to provide one more thing. So that is going to be android.r.id.text1. Just use it as this is because if I'm going to explain this now, it is going to get more complicated for you. So liked code list. Okay, so what we have done is, using this list of codes available, we are creating an adapter which can be then plugged into a list view to show data. Now once we have the adapter, we can simply give like list view dot set adapter, and it will take this adapter. There is going to be a problem when we provide this code object. The list view wouldn't know what to display on the list. So let me go to the code, and since right now this doesn't have a toString value, it is going to display like code, author, ID, all the information in the list view. We need to show only the code, this code, string code in the list view. So we'll have to make some adjustment for that I will show you after. So now we have created the liked codes activity, and we fetched the list of liked codes, and then we added the adapter and set that adapter to the list view. Now what we have to do is go to the dashboard activity, which is here, and when we click on the view liked button, we have to show the liked codes list. Okay, so I'm going to add a button here, view liked. Then when we click on that button, we have to create an intent, and it is going to be liked codes dot class. So in order to make things clear, let me rename this to liked codes activity. So the first one is main activity and the second one is liked codes activity. So, and we will start the activity. Let me just run this program and see whether everything is working fine. And while it is compiling, let me just check the code to make sure that everything is fine. Yeah. Okay, so the Gradle build is complete. It is installing, and if I click on this view liked codes, it should load this one. Yes, it is working very fine. And this is a problem I told you before. The code, we are providing the array adapter of code, and it doesn't know what exactly to display in this list view, right? So it is just calling the inbuilt toString method, which is written in this hash code and all. So in order to display the actual liked code, we have to provide a toString method for this code object, and that can be done using the code generator. So alt insert button will do it. So if I press on alt insert, you can see that there are getter, setter, and there is a toString option, and if you provide this toString option, you will get this. And here you don't have to provide everything, so you can just provide this code, because we need to show only the code option. So I'm going to return the code alone. Okay, so we have the toString method, and we are returning only the code object. Author and ID is not needed in the list. Now let me just uninstall this application to reset the liked codes, since currently right now we don't have option to unlike a code once it is liked. So I'm resetting the application by uninstalling it and opening it again. So when we start the application, the list of liked codes will be empty, and once we start liking codes, it should come on that list view. So I'm going to like this first one. So it is the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. Okay, so I'm going to click on this view liked codes. As you can see, there is only one liked code, and if I go back and like some other random thing, this one, it will be added to this view liked codes section. Yes, so that's working fine. And one more thing that we have to do is to provide the back button and update the label of this activity. We have done that before. Let me show you that once more. So we will have another activity here, and you can see that is the liked codes activity. And here I have to provide two things. One is the parent activity. What is the parent activity of this activity? So we are going to this activity from this dashboard activity. So obviously the parent is the dashboard activity, and we have to provide a label. So we have to add an entry in the strings.xml, and we have created title view all codes, and here I'm going to create title view liked codes, and here I'm going to name it as liked codes. So this liked code header should come instead of this genuine inspiration in this view. Okay, coming back to this Android manifest section, and here I can provide the label, and I'm providing it just like that. Okay, so what is there is a hint. It is saying that I shouldn't do something like, and here you can see that XML tag has an empty body. That is because I have this activity object slash activity, and in the middle I don't have anything. So in this kind of situation, what you can do is you can simply remove that one, and you can use this slash greater than symbol. So that is just the XML thing, no big deal. And if I run this program again, just wait for the Gradle build running to complete. There should be a back button here, and the label of this activity should change. Okay, view like records, and you can see that the name changed to like records, and the back button refers to will take us back to this dashboard activity. So that's it, guys. That's the end of this chapter. I will see you on the next one. Bye.